Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan here, and today I wanted to make kind of a shorter and simple video discussing if I think the Jordan 1 market will recover soon. Just discussing Jordan 1s in general, lows and highs. Of course, lows are performing much better than highs right now in terms of, how the average one does, things like that. Not in terms of price, but just, how they are from the retail price, things like that. We'll get into all the details though. So if you guys want more content like this, check me out on Instagram down below. That post is coming soon, next couple days. Stay tuned. I'm going to get something up, I promise that. And it's a guarantee. So we're going to be getting the posts on Instagram, and I'm gonna start, trying to get active there again. Start, posting like some of my real content that I would normally post on YouTube. I'll start posting on Instagram, just because I want to grow my page there, and I feel like it would be beneficial. So that's everything I really need to say. Hope you guys will enjoy. Subscribe and like if you guys want more content like this. Like goal, let's just say 275. If we get hit that, that'd be dope. Just lets me know you want more content like this, and that's it. Let's just kind of get started. So first things first, again, I just have a couple random models here, none in particular to discuss, as you guys can see. And there's one low, of course, a very popular low right now, and then a couple other ones which are also popular models. So when I look at Jordan 1s right now, as you guys can see, I feel like the safest thing to say is that most Jordan 1s are like this right now, just like the bleached corals, except for the Travis Scott, reverse mochas. Pairs are still landing in hands. So that one is, dropping in price slowly, but it's probably at that point where it's at its lowest or very, very close to it, in my opinion, just because majority of pairs have landed from people, from what I know, from those raffle locations, different things like that. So I'll give an estimate on what I think those will drop to in a second. I think, again, they're going to continue to perform better than the Fragments did originally, right after their retail release. So I'm kind of going to make that comparison. But looking at Jordan 1s right now, I feel like we are in that recovery state right now. A lot of these ones are performing exactly like that. I'll show you the patent breads. Look, slow little, rise right here. Most are in that recovery state right now. I'll even show you all these Marina Blues. Look. Just like that, slow rises right now. Not much progress, but just kind of showing you, hey, demand is starting to fall back in line, and demand is starting to meet prices again, which is not a bad thing. It just kind of shows you that, hey, people are willing to pay these prices, and it's starting to raise up. The big feet bowl are starting pay above 200 on certain ones. It just shows you that we are getting back to where we were before, slowly but surely. Jordan 1s, this is one thing I want to clarify. Jordan 1s are not dead. Jordan 1s have been around for such a long time. This is not one of those sneakers that is going to die quickly. It's a classic model. I just had to double check something to confirm, but yeah, these have been around since '85. So that's almost, you could say, well, that's 27 years of the sneaker being around. Yeah, the sneaker, or not 27, 30. I got to do this right. My math is terrible. 37 years. 37 years of this sneaker being around. So is this shoe dead? No. It's survived for 37 years. It's been here for 37 years. There's so many Jordan 1s. This is not one of the shoes that, again, is going to just die off like that. It may, of course, hit a slump for a bit, just like any sneaker would, where the, hype will drop off for a little bit. It's still there, but just, the prices that people are willing to pay, they cut them down a little bit. People show, hey, it's a little bit too much right now. We're going to be focusing on other sneakers. And that's kind of what happened with these. But there's starting to be some good Jordan 1s that are being made again, some decent quality ones. Usually quality of ones has lacked recently. Nike quality control lately has been probably one of their main problems. I don't know what's going on there, but just it's been terrible. But this is kind of why I feel like the reverse mochas are doing a little bit better right now. It's because, again, when Fragments dropped, we were at that point where Jordan 1s were kind of, dying off. They were not performing well, and people were starting to, focus on other sneakers, 4s, 2s, even 3s a bit. It just, people have been focusing on other models. So once it started to happen, these dropped in price. A lot of these are now going for very near retail or barely above it. For example, like this one, a good looking sneaker, great model, but it just, the hype is not there fully. But I'm not saying Jordan 1s are dead. I just want to clarify that with all, my older folks in my comment section, my OGs, whatever it is. These aren't dead. I'm not saying that because you've been here for, however long the Jordan 1 has been here, right? Maybe you've been around since '85, the start. You could tell me these aren't dead, and I would be like, yeah, don't worry. I know that because it's very evident that they aren't. People are still paying above retail on some. They're still here. They're still doing decent. They have consistent sales. It shows you that people still want them. So that's just the main thing I want to get out of the way. I'm not saying these are dead. I'm just saying they are in a slump and they are recovering right now out of it. And I feel like it's pretty evident that they are. Since, again, most are at that state right now where it's just kind of like a slow rise up. They've hit their little, bottom, whatever it is, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. and now they're slowly making that progress upwards. And look, that's a lot of sales. That shows you that this model is popular. 16,000 sales on StockX since release day, or almost 16K. I mean, shoot, by tomorrow we'll have 16,000 sales. So that just shows you it's popular. People want them. It's just, down in price at the moment. So you could ask me, hey Tristan, is it a good time to buy a lot of Jordan 1s for my personal collection? And I would say yes, it is a good point to buy a lot of Jordan 1s for your personal collection, because we're at that state where it's, at that slump, but we're going to get out of it sooner or later. By next year, Jordan 1s are not going to be, super low in price, in my opinion. I mean, the market's recovering overall. Things are looking decent in the economy, at least over the last couple weeks, from what I've been able to tell. I mean, I know there's been some things, that people have been complaining about, and of course, not everything is great. Let's be real. There's still global issues, and we can't ignore those. But sneakers are just not the most important thing to people right now. Also, that's hence why Jordan 1s are down, and a lot of sneakers are down in price. It's because we got inflation going on, we got gas prices, all these different things. What do you think the average person is focusing on right now? Food, gas, bills, different things like that they have to pay for to continue living. And shoes can't, supply your health, what you do on a daily basis. You know what I mean? So inflation's affecting everybody. And, even sneaker prices. Some sneakers are really inflated in price, and some are really deflated because people can't get sales on them, And Jordan 1s are an example of a sneaker right now that are deflated in price. And of course, for a buyer, someone that just collects sneakers to wear, doesn't really care about resale, this is a great time for you. You're probably loving this because you're probably able to get a lot of your favorite sneakers and models you like. If you don't hit retail, okay, fine. I can go walk into Foot Locker next week and probably grab a pair for retail. There's a lot of models like that right now. And not to mention, also, you could just go to sneaker apps and you'd be able to get a pair for, really cheap, really affordable. So I just kind of want to mention right there, with a lot of my Jordan 1 highs, we are in a recovery state. This does not mean it's the end of the Jordan 1. We're not even close to that. I don't know when that day will come, but really looking at reverse mochas again, I just want to discuss these real quick. You guys can see these have had their little slight price drop, but again, the lowest range I personally think these would drop to would be a range of 1050 to 1150. Bigger sizes towards 1150, smaller sizes towards 1050, with a couple sales on StockX sprinkled below 1,000. That's what happened with the fragments. But again, as I'm saying right now, I do not think this is going to happen with the sneaker. Although stock is higher on these, let me take this into account, right? Stock is higher on these than they were on the fragments. The fragments have a restock coming up, by the way. Just kind of want to mention that. It's in August, apparently, so just kind of stay tuned for that. We will be having a restock for the fragment lows. Small one, so don't expect it to affect price that much. And expect price to probably shoot up after that restock because people are going to be trying to buy pairs and stuff like that. But as you guys can see, 2,000 sales. So we've had a lot of sales in the last couple days, but we're kind of in that bumpy, state where we're, slowly heading down in bumps, which, again, is not really a bad thing. I mean, again, it's a good thing if you're someone just trying to, buy it, hold it, whatever it is. But if you got your sale up here, good work. Of course, if you only had one pair, I was encouraging you to sell it up here unless you wanted to hold this one through. Since I do think it'll hit a point, getting back up to, these prices, 2,000, 1,800. I think it's very possible the sneaker's in heavy demand. One of the most sold sneakers on StockX, even with its high price. One of the most sold sneakers, if not the most sold sneaker on StockX in the last 3 days. So keep that in mind. Price is not affecting the popularity of these really that much. I mean, the lower these drop, the more people are going to buy them, which is only going to set the price higher in the future because, there'll be less people with pairs on deck. Most of the people buying pairs off StockX are just buying them, to wear. They're not, really thinking about the hold, anything like that. So just kind of keep it in mind. It's not a bad thing to see this, see it dropping in price, but I definitely think these are going to explode in the future. Demand is so high. I personally think these look better than the fragment lows. I could be wrong. Let me know. Let me know your opinion. It's my opinion, so I can't be wrong in it, but you know what I mean. Just give yours below. That's really everything I need to say. Lows are doing strong right now. I think these will perform very strong in the future, of course, unless some sort of restock was to come soon. Then, of course, that would be the risk, but I don't think we're going to be seeing anything like that. We just had a ton of pairs drop, and the sneakers release just happened, so yeah. But that's everything. I think this is still a great hold for the future. I mean, if you see the prices that these are right now, don't sell it. I mean, if you're still holding on to your pair, right, or you're still waiting on your pair to come in, and you see these prices right now, it's really not worth it, bro. Don't do it. I mean, you can wait a couple months, and I promise you'll be able to get 1,500, 1,600 on some of these sizes. I like, this is one of those ones I'm very confident in the hold on, just because demand is high. I mean, I've had everybody asking me to get pairs of these. This is a heavy demand. So that's just really all I want to say. High price sneaker, heavy demand, and the Jordan 1 market is currently recovering. So how long do I think it'll take to recover? honestly, it's going to be a longer process, probably at least 6 to 8 months. That's just kind of what I have to say. But for the Jordan 1s to recover, we're going to be needing to see a good collaboration or a certain model that's just going to bring the attention back to it, like some sort of high-end collaboration with ones. I think that would definitely kind of bring it back and, start the hype train again for it. But not saying they're dead, but we are in a slump. So that's everything I need to mention. You guys want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, feel free. Of course, I'm gonna try and get this video edited now early. I got a lot to do today, but we're focused, so we're gonna get it done. If you want to subscribe and like for more like this, of course, I think the like goal was like 275 or 250. I don't remember what I said, but it is up on the screen. And don't forget, each like just kind of helps engagement on the channel, get me out there more. So I really appreciate you guys there. And I'm gonna end the screen recording because that's everything I really need to say. So I'm Tristan. Thank you guys. We got a lot of big things coming soon, so stay tuned. We've been working on all of that. And yeah, hopefully I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm Tristan. Much love, and see you then. Peace. Sticks made a fucking hit.